have 9 people. I did the math already. Let's just get into it. Let's see if we can get this to 5, since, you know, 4 people would have to be eliminated for that. And we're starting with the biggest bitch in the goddamn salad. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Who is Austin going to face? He can't go down. He can't go to the right. Do that again. Top left. The Godfather and Hardcore Holly versus Matt Hardy and Steve Blackman. And then we have Matt Hardy and Steve Blackman representing Austin versus the Godfather and Hardcore Holly representing D'Lo Brown. That's good. I like that. Matt immediately chops Steve Blackman. We're off to a great start. Also, classic scenario of guy gets... Hey! That was actually pretty smooth. I was about to say, guy gets double teamed by guy that isn't in the ring, but it seems that the Godfather is actually doing more damage to Hardcore Holly than Hardcore Holly is doing damage to Steve Blackman. So, I do wonder, out of all the people that are in this great game, I wonder if Austin will lose. It's Matt Hardy and Steve Blackman versus the Godfather and Hardcore Holly. One of these teams is clearly more powerful than the other, but it's not like we haven't seen upsets happen before. I thought for sure Taker and Shane were gonna lose because Shane was a dumbass, but nope, they won anyways because I guess Tori sucks. I don't fucking know. Okay, now it's just a fucking tornado tag. Matt fell over. Is that an intentional part of game design? Is that like a button combo that you do just to do that, or is it like a random chance? Both kind of suck, honestly. I forgot there were countouts in tag matches. After a while, you kind of just forget that there are countouts in tag matches because the fucking people in the ring never go to the outside. I mean, a win by countout still counts. Get it? Because there's a countout victory, so it still counts.
Loser! You're a loser!
Also, I love how Steve Blackman and Godfather are taunting right next to each other instead of just kicking each other's ass. Like, what the fuck is this game, bro? Something I've learned throughout the experience of this is that SmackDown 1 is something else. It is a completely different fucking game to anything before it. Anything after it, probably not, but anything before it, this is a different beast. And then you get to SmackDown versus Raw 2011, and a part of me kind of goes, what happened? Like, it kind of got slower over time, but I think it also got more detailed, which is probably why it got slower. I think even back when it was TH2, they were trying to be slightly more simulation-based. It's just that 2K went too far too fast. Because 2K15, oh goddamn, that game sucks. That game sucks so hard, I didn't buy it on next gen. Ignore the fact that I didn't have an Xbox One when it came out, so I just bought it on fucking PS3. Shush. No, this does not mean we will be getting the PS3 version of 2K15 for fucking the Ultimate Universe mode when we inevitably get there. I will go get the fucking PC version of this game. I love how Steve Blackman basically ran into nothing. Hardcore Holly going for a pin. Oh. Thanks, Godfather? Question mark? I don't know if that was necessarily your fault or not. I kind of figured at this point the matches were going to either consistent back and forth between multiple factions at a time with very few 1v1 / handicap breaks in between. Or I kind of figured that one would dominate but never quite win. And so it would have to end Royal Rumble. That's why I did the 10 video limit. If I upload every 12 days, that means that this series gets 4 months. Which means that unlike Subspace, unlike the Ultimate Universe mode, unlike Undertale with Intrusive Thoughts, it can't take an entire fucking year to finish. The Ultimate Universe mode is still going, and it's been a year and a half. We're not even at SummerSlam. Whatever. It's my fault.
Yes.
Okay, Parker always going for a pin. Will it work? No, because Godfather is kind of slow. They're both kind of slow, actually. This match just didn't attack him at all. Wait, Falcon Arrow, does this end the match? I genuinely don't know. I haven't been paying attention to stuff like damage amounts. It doesn't, but will Matt just break it up? Yes, because once again, the Godfather is slow. Although if you tag in Godfather, I think he'll be able to, or just do that. Whatever floats your... Never mind. Matt Hardy is slow. If Hardcore Holly can tag in Godfather, which he just did, I think we actually get the victory on Steve Black. Since he has already been finished off once, he's probably very close to being knocked out. Now, if Hardcore Holly could get the fuck off him so that he can do his own shit, that'd be fucking great. Now Godfather has the finish. Will he get to use it before he tags in Matt? No, because he tried to grapple him. He can win this off Matt. Right, guys? Right, guys? Look, man, I really want D'Lo to win over Austin because Austin has been so dominant that I kind of want an underdog situation to develop at least a little bit. Okay, default hater-ass suplex. Default hater-ass suplex. Because haters... that's a rope break. I believe in the Godfather that believes in picking people up and... Okay. What was that? Okay, finally, the Hoe Driver. He didn't even go for the pin. Okay. You know what? You fucking deserve to lose now, Godfather. You deserve it. Oh, wait, there it goes. Was that a finish? Was this finish just a bridge? Are we for real? I don't think I've ever been more disappointed in a finish for a superstar ever. No twist of fate at all? Is it so early that Matt doesn't have the twist of fate? Really? Okay, Godfather multitasking completely on accident. Godfather is kind of doing his job at keeping Steve Blackman distracted. He's got him up to a 7. Blackman is not fighting back. Wait a minute. Oh my God. Count out victory. What? Match ends by countout? Godfather and Hardcore Holly get to claim Matt and Blackman via fucking countout? I know I said that it was possible, but could you blame me for not expecting it to happen? This also didn't change anybody since no one actually fought a person that was important, I guess. So the next person up is The Rock? The Rock! Okay, admittedly, he will probably end up fighting Austin 316, but he does have the Brood, which is not good either. He has Mark Henry and Ken Shamrock. I kind of want to give it to top left, but that's not top left. That's pretty much to the left and up. So I'm going to say that it is, well, it's the same either way. Okay, let's just do the fucking match. Of all the people that could probably fight a 1v2 handicap match and win, I think The Rock is on that list. But having The Rock in your faction does help. This is probably the only situation ever where The Rock could fight and beat 2 stars, especially if fucking Road Dogg does that and tries to basically just make it a 1v1 between Rock and Ken Shamrock. Roll up, rope break though. A lot more rope breaks than in other episodes. Another rope break. That one wasn't caused by Ken Shamrock, but it definitely wasn't helped by him pushing him into the ropes either. Okay, Ken literally stopped him from doing that. He's like, I've had enough of your shit. Do a real man's move. Which I imagine if these two were actually a tag team, that would be one of their main things. Do a real move. Nah, I'm gonna do stupid shit. Because that's just what Road Dogg does. You know what's weird about this? Is like, I feel out of it in the weirdest way possible. Where it's like, I've done editing and the time has flown away. I haven't really gamed yet. And wait, The Rock hitting the people's elbow? He's the only person that's actually hit their fucking finish properly. Can you win by knockout in a handicap match? Because if so, that's fucking stupid. Well, I mean, if you're the one and you knock out one person, are they just eliminated or out? This has huge implications because it doesn't specify. So it could be either. The Rock is getting his ass kicked though. Come on, Kenny. Kenny? Yes, technically it is Kenny. What do you want me to call him? Rock? There's another Rock.
That's just a stupid boulder.
It's not just a boulder. It's a rock.
Wait. Arm bar? Ankle lock? Oh, he tapped out. Well, what do you know? Ken Shamrock and Road Dogg beat The Rock by tap out. Weirdly enough, The Rock is out. Austin is like the only main eventer left, which is interesting. I just realized you didn't see any of what I just did because it was on the second monitor. Oops, here's the wheel. It's D'Lo Brown. He's already gained in this episode, so like, what else could he gain? Let's say that they have options. Top right, D'Lo and Devon versus Big Show and Big Boss Man. Okay. Thank you, Big Show, for running corner to corner before actually doing anything. You're awesome. What's weird about this man is that it's Team Big versus Team D. The D is in the Big. D Big. Big Show, fucking ginormous, but this is like the one game where that doesn't fucking matter at all. In a normal game, there'd be issues related to Big Show. He feels heavier, he deals big damage, but all of his strikes and grapples take longer to come out. In this game, it's pretty much the exact same thing outside of some minor animation swapping, so that it doesn't look weird. Which pretty much means that Big Show is actually at a disadvantage in this one game because size doesn't matter for once. I'm sure he still does more damage on his grapples and shit, but like, look at that fucking taunt as well. That takes 87 years to come out. I Big Show tags in. You know, this seems to be happening a lot where people will tag in their tag partner and then immediately hit them as they come out. It's kind of ridiculous. Okay, Big Show. Sidewalks, yo, the Sidewalk Slam fucking Mega Driver. Never mind, Big Boss Man lost the plot. He tried to do literally anything else, and now he's losing. See, that's why you just spam Sidewalk Slams. The AI doesn't know what to do, I guess. It's D'Lo with his own Sidewalk Slam as a counter, oh god! Okay, Big Boss Man's back on the plot. Wow. I say wow as if anything, like, actually happens. Other than, like, some guy missed a strike or, like, failed to dodge a strike, I guess, in that instance. Okay, damn. Big Boss Man and Devon are trying to have a fucking 9-star match. Never mind, Big Show's here. Never mind, Big Show's not here. A story is all this time. Someone gets in the ring. They get grabbed right before they get in. They immediately get out of the ring because of it. That exact animation is in Day of Reckoning, and it throws people out of the ring. That's why I'm confused as to why some game mechanics don't come in. 'Cause clearly the features are still somewhere in your, like, vault. Big Show, what the fuck are you doing? I don't want Devon to get tagged in. I know what I'm gonna do. I want to Goldberg myself on the fucking turnbuckle. I'll get a concussion so I won't remember how to be good at the video game. Good idea, Big Show. Okay, wait, there it is. The biggest choke slam ever. It's not aligned properly. And the match is over. Big Show has claimed D'Lo was the leader of that faction. Oh, shit. This means Big Show has caught the attention of Bradshaw, D'Lo Brown, Devon Dudley, China, The Godfather, Hardcore Holly, Matt Hardy, and Steve. There's 7 now. And it's Austin again. Oh my god. So is Austin going to try and get Blackman and Hardy back with him and Billy Gunn? Or is he going to go after the Bubbas? All right, let's see it. Okay, he's going after Bubba. It is Billy Gunn and Paul Bearer versus Jeff Hardy and Kane. This series turned out way better than I expected. Shit happens in almost every episode. Also, Kane is fucking pale white for some reason. I have no idea why. He was never that pale, was he? The only problem I have with this is I think Jeff and Kane are gonna win just because Paul Bearer sucks. This is a Triple H and Tori situation, except Triple H is worse and Paul Bearer is probably worse. I was gonna say slightly better, but at least Tori knows how to wrestle sometimes. Paul Bearer doesn't at all. Both of these two would go on to be iconic legends in the business. Kane going on a 20-year-long WWE career, and Jeff Hardy bouncing around companies a little bit more, but doing the exact same thing. He's still going to this day. And Billy Gunn also is. It's just now he's in AEW instead of WWE, and Paul Bearer is dead. Rest in peace. If I wanted to get mobbed in the back alley of a fucking Kroger's, I would fucking put up the image of Punk desecrating Paul Bearer, or whatever was happening in like 2013. I don't know what that feud was about. I just remember that being the first match of WrestleMania 29 and the best match of WrestleMania 29 in 2K14. Because let's be fair for a second. Trips versus Brock, Cena Rock 2. Should have let us play Fandango versus Chris Jericho. They also should have updated the Road to WrestleMania with the DLC to include matches that included those guys. Like, you know, Scott Hall versus Stone Cold, WrestleMania 18. Anybody? I don't think there was another Hogan match but he wasn't a part of that DLC anyway. What would Kevin Nash's be? So I guess that's why they didn't do that, but you didn't have to add all of them. You just had to add a few. I'm asking for too much from a game that released over a fucking decade ago, dude. It's been 12 years, like literally a week ago, since that game came out. Let it rest. Kane, there's no pyro. Why did they make that his taunt? There's no pyro. He should have had to be his other taunt where, you know, pulls on like the glove and stuff. I mean, I guess that'd be hard to represent considering PS1 graphics make fingers look like stubs. 1 minute of me saying pretty much nothing later. Oh shit, I've sat in silence for longer than a minute. Ass. That doesn't work. This is the Attitude Era. That's like the least funny joke ever. I need, something to believe in by... that song. Play it right now. So unforgiving is the universe when you don't listen. You could just say you don't know what to say, man. It doesn't have to be that complicated. You could just not know what to say when nothing particularly interesting is happening. Kane, what the f... Alright, you know what? It worked. Whatever. Also, this is Kane literally fighting his dad. Shout out to Kane for having the literal balls to fight his dad in a tag match. I don't want to hurt you, son. Then why are you fighting The Undertaker, bitch? You're a horrible dad if you constantly manage to go against both your sons on and off again on the regular. I know they're like supernatural super beings that have like gigantic powers, but like... seriously, I guess he is a good dad because he didn't pick favorites, but at the same time, no. Also, a fucking Mr. Ass is gonna be the only one in a second to not have a finisher, and that is gonna be ridiculous. And that's the end. That's a rope. I don't know why. That's the end of the match, guys. All you had to do was go for a pinfall attempt to end a wrestling match. Did you know?
Did you know?
Is there a fucking Did You Know episode on wrestling games?
No.
I feel like they should at some point. I mean, it's a topic they've never covered. I guess it's because yearly titles have a lot less behind-the-scenes action into them because it's the same shit every year. So people don't think there's a lot of differences between shit. Nice springboard moonsault by Jeff Hardy. Didn't even know that was possible in this game. suck it, and then immediately get thrown into Jeff Hardy. And then how did that end up in your favor? I am once again asking, why does Billy Gunn do jackhammers in this game? Everyone in this game is just like, let me in. And then they like de-extend their hand. And it's like, okay. Like if they don't have a visual indicator for you wanting them to get tagged in, they just don't tag you in. If you're not actively screaming at them to tag you in, they will never tag you in. Oh, is that it? Oh, yep, there it is. That's the famouser. That's not a rope break? By how many pixels? 4? So I think that means that Jeff and Kane win this, right? I mean, if so, the Austin Empire... whatever the fuck JR said at the end of WrestleMania 14. The Austin era has begun. The Austin era might be over. I think if Jeff and Kane win this, the Austin era is over. Billy fucking Gunn, get the fuck out of the ring. Just don't win off that. Okay, thank you, Jeff Hardy. If you just hit Paul Bearer with the choke slam, he will die. And instead, he hits you with a DDT, which is his finish. And it did jack shit. Bro no-sold the DDT. I guess it's because it's not Jake Roberts. Will he no-sell that, though? No. Just hit your father! Damn! Put the daddy issues away. Stop acting exclusively in self-defense, bro. Okay, thank God for the rope breaks, because I was gonna... Okay, thank God for the rope break. That wasn't a rope break. Please. Okay, if this doesn't end the match, I'm crying. Kane and Jeff Hardy beat Bear Polar and AR This means the Bubba line has been extended and Austin has lost his best tag partner. This also means that the next match that Bubba faces Austin with is going to be him and Test against Paul Bearer and Mr. Ass. And if Austin loses, the entire empire falls to Bubba. But who's next? I bet it's Al Snow. Okay, no, it's the Big Show. But it was close. It was 1-0. Oh, by the way, they also have Farouk on their side, actually. Show me what you got, bitch. I'll go with Downright. And Downright would very technically be the Bubbas. I got an idea. The furthest point down is Steve Black, right? And going Downright from him would be Vince. So let's make it Steve Blackman and Matt Hardy versus Austin and Vince. Or should it be Val Venus? Yeah, because why would it go that far to the right? You know what? Matt Hardy and Steve Blackman versus Val Venus and Vince. And if that works, that cuts off Austin from Taker, Trips, Tori, and Shane. This doesn't decide the fate of anything, mainly because I made it specifically not because it didn't make any sense. But, I mean, Val Venus and Vince would cause Austin to split off. Okay, Vince... I thought Vince was going to put Steve Blackman in the ankle lock for a second, and honestly, that might have been the funniest thing ever. Just seeing Vince McMahon put Blackman in his own finisher might have been enough to send this entire video rolling down a dark and twisted path of which no man has ever returned from. That's more for, like, villainy stuff, not, like, an ankle lock. Come on, guys. Keep it realistic. When Steve Blackman and Matt Hardy versus Val Venus and Vince McMahon is at WrestleMania. The only person who would have actually booked this match is Vince himself in like 2019, but still. The only person here that probably would have actually been fine to wrestle is actually Matt Hardy. Steve Blackman had been retired for years at this point, and I have no idea what Val Venus was doing in 2019. Oh no, another thing for me in the future to look up. I opened my phone for half a second to see a comment, probably on the Buckshot video that's just, it's so peak gang. We chillin'. Seed Extras is sitting here like, we chillin'. Chilling. It's getting like hundreds of views every fucking video for like the last few videos. And then you look over at Seed and it's like burning down in a house of flames. And then you look at the short side of the house and it's perfectly fucking fine. I would say Big Show is the biggest winner. He consumed D'Lo's entire fucking thing completely without me even noticing. That was stealth shit. If Vince and Val Venus lose this match, they lose a lot of shit to Big Show, which is crazy because that would make Big Show in one video go from a 2-man big squad to the biggest squad. Okay, Vince, Val, win. I don't care if it's by countout. Just win the fucking match. Got it? Good. Okay, Val Venus is stupid, but actually, how did Matt let that get to a 2-count? That's the more shocking part. Val Venus is doing Val Venus things. CinemaSins? Referencing CinemaSins. This match is like probably the biggest match of the entire series so far. And I'm gonna put fucking clown music over it. Oh. Vince has a finish. He could actually stop this whole spree from happening. Is Vince gonna stop Austin from losing half of his team? That's actually possible. Okay, it might be Val Venus. Never mind. He immediately got elbowed. I guess he picked it back up, but like, it is entirely possible for Val Venus to... Okay, Steve Blackman's in. It might be less possible. It's definitely gonna be harder now, because now he has a finisher. Okay, thank God, Blackman. I was like, you can't fumble. You can't let fucking Vince in. He's got the finish right now. It is dangerous material to do that. V caught him out of that double axe handle. Okay, Steve Blackman's fucking awesome. Not when that happens. Okay. Okay. Actually, I just realized, did I just start rooting for Vince in 2025? I guess it's because I'm technically rooting for Austin, but like, you. If Blackman could keep Vince on the outside, that counts. But he didn't, so no. Guys, pick a fucking lane. Matt, come on, man. You gotta okay, never mind. He's not gonna Steve Blackman, who used his finish on the outside. So actually, I think even Matt realized how bad of an idea this was. He's like, I need to get the fucking finish so I can win this match. Unless that just happens. Val? Vince is throwing so hard by picking eye rakes out of everything. I like how I just don't say anything about the knees attack. I'm so amazed whenever it's like Triple H does his knee attack and MVP does his knee attack or whatever. And then when Steve Blackman does it, just radio silence. Both of them are so close to their finish, it honestly doesn't fucking matter. And that there's Blackman. This is genuine tense. Because this could decide the entire fate of the series. This is the difference between Vince. This is different. Oh, God. That Val Venus kick out was the difference between Austin 316 era ending and Big Show getting too much. Oh my. So this puts Steve and Matt Hardy firmly back in the camp of Austin, which means Austin still has like 11 guys. He's pretty much where he started like 2 episodes ago. And there's Mark Henry, who is entirely encircled by bigger factions. Mark Henry is so fucked. It's about who to feed with him. See you next time, I guess. Next episode might decide the whole thing. Who knows?